calls himself affectionately and with pride a dressed-up caddy, I would like to congratulate the other well-deserving honorees on behalf of the Kiely family. Lalu Sobotan, Doug Gordon, and of course Bob Fairchild, a very close family friend and just a great guy. Congratulations, gentlemen. I'd also like to thank the Ohio Golf Hall of Fame Committee for recognizing my dad tonight. We all think you made a great choice. And last but not least, a big thank you to Craig Soul, Jim Popa, Lori Smith for all your efforts to make tonight special for the honorees and their family. Now to my dad, the dressed-up caddy. Just to be clear, my dad is not being honored tonight for his playing ability. I don't think he could break 90 on a good day. Although back in his prime, he did have a decent game, especially in the trash-talking department. He also had tremendous touch around the green and loved to challenge people to a one-handed match, and he was the one playing with his left hand. Instead, he is recognized tonight for being a dressed-up caddy. But for my dad, being a caddy is about more than carrying a golf bag. It's about learning life and treating people with respect. Next year will be Mike Kiely's 50th year at Canterbury Golf Club. Think about that. It's a pretty amazing accomplishment. But I think my dad would consider this a tremendous honor and a blessing for two main reasons. First, the Canterbury members. They're a special group of people and have always been supportive of my dad and our family. I know my dad cherishes being a part of the Canterbury family and his storied legacy. The second reason is because he has had the ability to help so many people, from a young 13-year-old to some classic old-timers and everyone in between, to earn some cash, but more importantly, to learn many life lessons. Pretty much every former and current Canterbury caddy loves to impersonate Mike. The guy has many interesting mannerisms and sayings. In fact, a few years ago, one former looper started an email chain of Kielyisms that has circulated and grown. And I'm terrible at impersonating my dad, but I'm going to read 3 of them. 1, clean up the caddy yard. If it doesn't grow, pick it up. 2, you're fired for the rest of the day. Be back tomorrow by 7 a.m. at the latest. 3, caddying is about the 2 S's, safety and hustle. Why are these Kielyisms pertinent to Mike's Hall of Fame honor? They are important because they demonstrate how much his caddies love Mike and how much he loves them. My brothers Mike and Chris and I reached out to some former loopers to invite them to share their thoughts on our dad and the impact he has made on their lives. We received many emails and found ourselves both laughing and crying because he is a character, but he's truly influenced so many lives. I would like to read emails from 3 former Canterbury caddies. The first one. I have a list of the top 5 people in my life, other than my parents, who made a meaningful impact on me. Mike is one of them. He demanded a great deal of us at a time of my life when I learned the values of discipline, hard work, and doing the little things right in order to do the job well. I am proud to have been associated with Canterbury's caddy program, and I'm a better person, without a doubt, because of Mike Kiely. The second Canterbury caddy shared the following. For many of us, caddying is the entry point into the workforce. We start when we're very young, and it's usually thrust upon us by our parents. We like the idea of hanging out with our friends who caddy. We like the idea of working outside on the golf course, and we like the idea of making some money. But if you started caddying at Canterbury Golf Club, you got a whole lot more. I caddied for about 12 years at Canterbury, and the memories, lessons, love of golf, friendship, and fun I carry with me to this day. I was also able to put myself through college, part to doing caddying at Canterbury. There is one aspect that I remember about caddying at Canterbury more than all of the others, and that is Mr. Mike Kiely. Besides being the most widely imitated person I've ever met, I'm smiling right now thinking of all of us sitting in the caddy shack imitating Mr. Mike Kiely, laughing hysterically, hoping he didn't hear us, knowing now full well he knew what was going on. He is one of the most influential people in my life for a number of reasons. Mike is a prime example of why you should evaluate someone based on their actions and not their words. He taught me to respect and love the game of golf. He taught me to have self-respect in the tasks I was performing. He definitely expected us to be our best, but in his own way, he showed us how to be our best. As you got to know Mike, you could see how if you worked hard, worked your best, and were accountable, he would take care of you. He quietly learned about your life and did what he could to help you out. Whether it would be a need for a 36-hole day because you were paying for school, getting the loop you needed before you had to hit another job or a personal event, or making sure you could caddy for your uncle when family time was at a premium. He always asked how your family was, how you were doing, and usually followed it up with, "You're a good caddy. You're a good kid." Quietly, he was a force of nature. I am now 45 years old, and I always remember my time with Mike at Canterbury some of my best. He truly deserves this honor and any other he receives, and he will hate every minute of it. Last but not least, the third Canterbury caddy. Mike had simple life lessons. Golf was the backdrop for these rules. Golf was the backdrop for them, but these rules apply for all parts of life. Don't talk in someone's backswing. Don't walk in someone's line. A good forward caddy improves the lie. But most important, remember to look someone in the eyes when you shake their hands, and don't look down at the caddy chit when they've tipped to see what they tipped you. Just shake their hand, smile, and say thank you. In the long run, it'll pay you dividends. I have used that and benefited from that advice all through my life. Spending my summers with Mike was a great way to grow up, and being a part of his legacy is an honor. I learned essential life skills while carrying a bag for Mike at Canterbury. Finding yourself someone who knows how to act on a golf course, and I bet you'll find yourself a gentleman. I do not think it's an exaggeration to say, Mike, you helped thousands of young men grow up and grow up the right way. I will forever be indebted to you at a time in my life when I didn't have all the answers. When I was trying to figure some things out, you helped provide a place where I was able to work, a place like I felt like I belonged, and a place I could feel good about myself. Thank you. In my opinion, it is incorrect to define Mike as just a caddy master, when he embodies so much more to so many. Mike, you are a teacher, counselor, priest, friend, golf pro, paddle, tennis coach, husband, father, and much more. From the top to the bottom, you are a class act, sir, and it's my honor to call you friend. Well, for my brothers and me, it's an honor to call Mike Kiely our dad. Dad, you are the best dress-up caddy around, and I'm honored to induct you into the Ohio Hall of Fame. I love you.